is as I thought, Ash Smith, who gets the start for Pirates this evening. Jordan Lauday will start between the pipes for Lightning. He's hit a run of form since coming back from injury just a few months ago. So the teams down for their respective huddles. And we're almost ready to get this game underway. So it'll be referee Stephen Matthews. Looks like he's the one who's getting ready to drop the puck to start the game. Will indeed be Stephen Matthews with the forward line of Tanaka, Cowley and Kana starting for Lightning. Hewitt, Norris, and it looks like Chamberlain starting for Hull. And at 7:05 on a Saturday night, first home game of 2020, we're underway in possession straight away with James Griffin of Lightning. Just goes D to D to Christie, just passes it round, and errant pass by Kana there. Cowley just let that go under his stick, and Lightning will look to just get that round the boards. Kana now with a bit of time, goes diagonal, gives it to Cowley, come off the stick of Norris there. Pushed down into the corner by Streetley, I think it was. Or Studley, beg your pardon. Tanaka, backhand Kana. Yes, there's an opening goal! 35 seconds gone! Oh, it's been washed out straight away. It's been washed out straight away. Stephen Matthews on the case. Let's have a look at the replay. It was Kana with the backhand. I'm not entirely sure where the offence came, but Stephen Matthews is on hand to wash it out straight away, and the boos ring around already, and even for Milton Keynes, that's a little bit of a record. So it'll be face-off in the neutral zone. So it remains 0-0. Some of the Milton Keynes fans getting into their official bashing early. Boos ringing around. Stewart just tips it down. Kovar just goes in and chases down, and got Jamie Chilcott there with him. Stewart won't get the return this time around, and Green just comes to his blue line. Archer tries the challenge. Kovar with Stewart. Stewart tries the shot. Just tipped out, and Ross Green will get there early. Got support from Ben Russell. Younger brother Sam, of course, away with the GB under-20s in Lithuania. Opportunity now for Hull. Turned over straight away. Kovar goes diagonal. Gets away for Jameson on this occasion. And Hull looking with defensive work. Stretch pass all the way up, and the arm goes up, but it could already come off a stick. Stokes now just goes backhand, and Jason Hewitt is already there to pass it off back round again. Stokes this time, another backhand, turns it over again. Phillips just dumps it in. Stokes will get there first this time. Hewitt providing the attention there. Opportunity now for Hull. Good stick in from Harry Ferguson there. Carlon. Ferguson. Just good effort, Ferguson. I think Ferguson was surprised that came to him from McPherson there. And the penalty coming on the plate, and Lightning will be on the power play. And it looks like a roughing call straight away. So with 17:51 to go in the first period, it'll be Lightning to go on the power play. Carlon down for the face-off. Jameson just goes backhand to Cowley and just sent his captain the wrong way. Opportunity now as Norris breaks down the left-hand side. He's got Chamberlain for company down the centre. Norris, good turn. 3 black shirts around him. Chamberlain now looking for Hewitt in space, and good penalty kill initially from Hull. Garner picks it up. Stewart now goes through centre ice. Garner for support. Stewart just turns away, just backhands it down to the corner. Carlon will go and collect that. Chalmers was down there for Hull. Straight through, and Carlon couldn't quite turn on it that time round. Norris with the backhanded clearance, only as far as Jameson. He pushes it back down the boards. Carlon just let it go underneath his stick. Cowley will retrieve it. Garner couldn't quite get it all the way around, but Cowley just spins away from Norris on that occasion. Cowley now. Stewart. A minute to go on the power play for Lightning. Stewart with the shot just goes wide. Garner takes it down into the corner from Jameson, gives him the return pass. Cowley waits on the blue line. Jameson gives it to him this time round, sends it to Stewart. Stewart just looking to try and find himself a bit of space, and Carlon couldn't quite get the redirect on the backhand there. 43 seconds remaining. Another shot comes in, and Cowley with the wrist shot. Stewart will pick it up this time round. Good penalty kill this so far by Hull. Stewart just drops it down low. Carlon again gives it back to Stewart. Drops it down low to Carlon again. Carlon coming round and looking for the wraparound, but it's too early on the other occasion. 23 seconds to go, and Hull clearly aligned right the way back down to Lauday. Towner comes off the bench, and he'll provide the forecheck this time round, and Griffin just has to go backhand. And Lightning look to go again. 7 seconds to go. And Hull will go back to full strength. Kovar now just rides out the challenge on the boards. Puck goes a little bit loose. McPherson just goes through to pick it up, and it's at the feet of Kovar just for a fraction of a second there. An opportunity now for Hull to break. Archer down this right hand side, picks it up just in front of the bench. Chamberlain picking up the loose change as well. Ferguson head up looking around for a pass. Nothing happening for him at the moment. And Kovar just lets it come off his stick, and Tanaka will go and chase that under pressure from Phillips. Chamberlain. Hewitt goes for a skate in front of the Lightning bench, takes it down deep, and Griffin goes down there with him. 2 Lightning players on that occasion. Griffin comes away with it this time round. Skating down the right-hand side, Norris for company. Teammates last season, of course, for Milton Keynes Lightning in the Elite League. Good work by James Griffin, but it comes away to a Hull stick again. Chamberlain. Hewitt skates down the middle. Good block there by Russ Cowley. And out front, Griffin just turns it over on that occasion, but that time round Chalmers couldn't control it and just lets it go. Switches sides to the left-hand side now. Norris. Chamberlain just drops inside, comes off the skate of Griffin that time round, but Chalmers just picks it up just inside the blue line. And Jameson will look to tidy up this time round, but this time it comes off a skate, and Milton Keynes were lucky there. A little bit unsettled just for a second there, and Stewart will go for a skate. Diagonal pass to Cowley, picks it up in front of the Hull bench, but it just escapes him on that occasion. Just dumped all the way down, and Green will go and chase that down. We're coming up to 6 minutes gone in the first period here at Milton Keynes. Ross Green now gives it to McPherson, who goes for a skate through the neutral zone. Garner will pick up the loose change this occasion, and Smith having to get down low on his near post. Tanaka just rides out the challenge of 2 green shirts that time round. Puck down by his skate. McPherson couldn't dig it out. Comes out on a Hull stick. They'll break down the left-hand side, and it's James Archer will just dump it down. Stokes will get there first this time round. Garner back to Stokes. Green waits over on the right-hand side for Lightning. Quick line change for Lightning. Jameson and Kovar on the ice now. Tanaka comes to the bench, is replaced by Stewart. Kovar just gives himself a little bit of space, and it's turned over on that occasion. Hewitt. Well played by Stewart. He'll turn the afterburners on, and he'll go for a bit of a skate now. Nothing happening on that occasion. Kovar couldn't quite free himself up. Good switch play between the two. Kovar again gets a turn, but That time round, Hewitt was there, busying himself already. Jason Hewitt really does show his class, the Hull player coach, and that will be chased down this time by Fisher. Christie and Fisher in a bit of a foot race, and this time round Chamberlain arriving late. Opportunity for him. Lauday down at his near post, and Jameson now in possession for Lightning as Lightning look to go and get some fresh legs on the ice, and Jameson will just dump that down and Lightning get that change. McPherson, Carlon and Ferguson on the ice now. Left hand side now for Hull. Just breaks down. Lauday just pushes that away. Sam Towner goes in. Chamberlain couldn't get the shot away. Towner again just dumps it round the boards. Norris, good play there, down on his knees as well. And the puck breaks that time round. McPherson will give chase, but it'll be Kevin Phillips who will get there first. Colin with the shot and goes up into the netting, and that'll be a face-off down in the corner. 12:02 remaining. First tweet of the night. Hello to Adrian. No, we thought we were going to have a tweet, but we'll bring tweets to you. Don't forget to get those tweets in as we go through the game. Puck them down into the corner, and they'll be chased down by Russell. Will switch his sides to Green. Green with the pass to Kana, comes off his skate, can't control it on that occasion. Green again. Tanaka. Fans on the pass a little bit, but got the second one away. Tanaka was hit just after he played the puck. A little bit of afters, and Tanaka has been seen on that. 2 penalties coming on that play. Well, that was an absolute reaction on that occasion, and it'll be Tanaka who gets a call. And it'll be Hull that go on the power play. It's a slashing call on Tanaka. It looks like Hull have been called as well, actually. Maybe they haven't. Oh, have they? Haven't they? Have they? Haven't they? It looks like Lee Bonner is going to go and have a seat. So it's definitely Cal Tanaka. It looks like it's been called for slashing. I didn't see the call on Bonner. There is in fact Lee Bonner who's sitting for 2. And there was definitely a clash between the two of them, and there was a little bit of a reaction afterwards, and I think that's what the referee has called the initial infraction, and then the reaction to that. So we'll have a spot of 4-on-4. It looks like it's 2 minutes for elbows. Opportunity now for Hull. Well, good work down low by Lauday. And it was indeed 2 minutes for tripping on Cal Tanaka. So 4-on-4 hockey. That's probably a good trade for as far as Hull are concerned. Great pass straight into the skate of Cowley. Well taken. Shot comes in and goes slightly wide. Another shot comes in. Good save, Ash Smith down low. Just on the outside of the post, but got his pad down there as well. Great save. 10:45 to go in the first period. Face off now to the right of the Hull goal. Stewart down there just having a bit of a tussle. Good pass out. Christie just goes down low. Picked up by Phillips this time round. And I cannot see on my team sheet who's wearing the number 88 shirt tonight for Hull. I do apologise. I'll try and get that information to you as soon as I can. Kovar. Good twisting and turning. Kovar's great in possession of the puck. He really is. Stewart with the shot, and Smith just snaffles out into that glove of his. 45 seconds to go on the penalties. I think we've got a tweet coming up. Hello to Tom. After a fun New Year's Day, his little one being born, second baby of 2020. Buzzing to watch the lads on Lightning TV. I would say he gets his first viewing, but as you can tell, he's other ideas. Congratulations to you, Tom. Good opportunity down low. Smith again. Jameson. Lightning go offside. There's an opportunity now for Hull to break down the left-hand side. Just under 30 seconds on the 4-on-4. Shot comes in, goes high. Chilcott drops it down to Norris, tries to drop it inside, picks up the return off the skate of Green. Good work by Green to shepherd Norris into the wide position. Green again round the boards, picked up by McPherson this time. 5 seconds on their respective penalties and we'll go back to full strength. And that's exactly what we do, as both Chilcott and beg your pardon, Chalmers. Well, another opportunity now, and just shoots wide to left-hand side. Bobby Chamberlain, I think that was that time round. Lightning look to breathe again. It's always going to be tight between these two sides. Opportunity now over on the left-hand side. Good work by Hull. Moving the puck around well. This will be chased down by Tanaka all the way into the corner. Stubley goes down there with him. Tanaka manages to keep it on his skate on that occasion. Good effort by the former Blaze player, of course. Number of years in the Elite League. Cowley. Opportunity out front now. Griffin. Shot comes in, goes wide into the left-hand side of the Hull goal. Stokes can't keep that in. Griffin circles again. Loses possession. Chamberlain just drops it in. Cowley's the player that was there on that occasion. And Chamberlain follows Cowley in. Penalty going on that play. And there'll be a penalty coming straight away, and that's Bobby Chamberlain. Got himself a little bit worked up straight away. And that'll be I think that's a late hit call actually. Well, it could be roughing. The Lightning will go on the power play. Opportunity now maybe for Lightning to get something going now as they go on the power play. Confirmation of the penalty on Bobby Chamberlain, number 21 for Hull. We'll just wait on what the actual call was. Jason Hewitt having a word from the bench. Nets off his moorings again. And we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. Cowley. There's 2 minutes for roughing called on Bobby Chamberlain as Carlin now goes for a skate down the left-hand side. Stewart just lost possession there. Cowley having to recover as Norris makes his way rapidly down there. Good relay pass from Garner onto Stewart. Stewart with the diagonal attempt into the skate of Norris. 1:20 to go on the Lightning power play. This is good penalty kill this from Hull. Industrious as always. Archer just trying to get a stick on Cowley, and he does that time round. Good defensive work by James Archer. Coming up to the minute mark. Jameson. Minute to go on the power play. Archer just loses an edge. Kovar now. 3 green shirts for company, Robin Kovar. Lightning looking to get a change going. Kovar again, picks it up from McPherson. McPherson. Tanaka there, just loses control. And this time round they'll go for a skate, will Hull. Hewitt straight through the centre. Opportunity there, comes in off the centre, and that's a goal. And I'm pretty sure that's a goal. And that's Archer with a, well, I don't know what's happened there, but Archer and McPherson go for it now. And this is already blowing over. I don't know exactly what happened there, but it was James Archer who looked like he went for Tanaka, and McPherson stood in. Jason Hewitt is on his way to the box as well. Now, I thought Dina Cuglietta had pointed to a goal. I'm not entirely sure. The goal light didn't go on, but then they've called a penalty. I don't know whether we got the replay on that. So let's have a look at the replay on what happened. So it broke down. You can see Hewitt breaking through the middle. Comes in. Now we can't tell from here whether he scored or not, but straight away the officials are pointing to the goal. But then straight after that, which is what we didn't catch on the replay, was a little bit of afters. So discussions ongoing. The goal light didn't go on. I must admit, from where I was, I thought it was a goal. I thought it hit the back of the inside of the goal and came back out again. Well, we'll find out what the officials say right now. Just having a conversation with the timekeeper's bench as it stands at the moment. I'm not entirely sure what all the penalties are. Obviously James Archer's gone in there. Hewitt's gone in as well. Grant McPherson is in there, so I'd imagine it'll be Archer and McPherson who get 2 minutes each for fighting. But I've no idea why Jason Hewitt is in there. I didn't see the penalty signal. 6:43 remaining in the first period. I'd imagine the noise if they give this. Well, they've given the goal to Hull. Dina Cuglietta just explaining the penalties to the timekeeper's bench. So 2-minute penalty on the board for Hull's Jason Hewitt. I'd imagine it'll be coincidental penalties for McPherson and Archer. It is indeed a goal. Referee Matthews just having a word with Kyle Tanaka and head coach Lewis Clifford. But whatever the case, Hull have taken a 1-0 lead, 6:43 to go. So Lightning need to get themselves back into the game. They'll have a short period of 5-on-3. So glad we got that sorted out. And here we go again. Kovar and Towner down for the face-off. Saka can't quite get it to it this time round, but Kovar does. Gives it to Stewart, who just drops it back to Cowley. Cowley gives it to Kovar. Left-hand side for Lightning, drops it to Jameson, switches sides to Cowley. Shot comes in from Kovar into the, well, just off the glove of Smith. confirmation that Hewitt did indeed score that goal. And a shot comes in, good save that time round, down low by Smith and just smothers it as we've got 1 second to go on the Bobby Chamberlain penalty, and we'll go back to 5-on-4. It is 2 minutes for roughing each for Archer and McPherson. As Lightning have one player returns to the ice in the form of Bobby Chamberlain. Shot comes across. Jameson back to Kovar. Gives it back to Jameson. Cowley waits on the blue line. 1:15 to go with the extra man advantage for Lightning. Kovar again with a shot. Right pad save by Smith. Kovar again. So Jameson it was with the shot. Tanaka. Another shot comes in. Just taken, deflected slightly wide. Cowley. Jameson again. Traffic again. Left hand side. It goes wide this time round. Just under a minute on the penalty kill, and Hull managed to get it clear on that occasion. Cowley back to Jameson. They'll look to build again. Stewart goes back to the bench. He's replaced by Ferguson this time. Cowley just getting himself into a little bit of space. Jameson. Pass just goes a little bit awry into the centre and pushed all the way down by Norris, and Hull clear again. 30 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. 1-0 it is to Hull Pirates. Cowley again looking to get things in motion for Lightning. Diagonal pass, great pass to Kana right on the line, and Smith again with the save that time round. It goes up and high, and 15 seconds to go before Hull go back to full strength. Coincidental penalties on Archer and McPherson, of course. It'll be Hewitt will make his way out the box and take Hull back to full strength. Carlon and Chamberlain now will contest this face-off just to the left-hand side of the Hull goal. Kana again. Lorde taps his stick with 10 seconds to go on a penalty. Another shot comes in. It goes high this time round. Goes into the plexi. Not high enough for to hit the netting. Griffin. Traffic on net. That time round. That's a goal! And it's Harry Ferguson again. He's having an absolutely brilliant run. Harry Ferguson scores his 5th goal in 5 games. Levels it up for Milton Keynes Lightning. 4 minutes 40 on the clock. Milton Keynes Lightning 1. Hull Pirates 1. Kovar down for the face-off again. That goal, of course, I think it was an even-handed goal anyway. Jameson. Kovar down the right-hand side again. But just bobbles in front of the Hull bench, picked up by Stewart. Great play by Liam Stewart, right through the middle, goes backhand on Smith. Good save by Ash Smith. Lightning appear to have woken up. Christie goes diagonal. Jameson just couldn't control it that time round. Jameson and Stewart back onto the benches. Carlon Ferguson come back out again. Kovar. Hewitt in close attendance once more. Carlon just drops it into the centre, and Griffin will go for a bit of a skate now. 3:42 remaining in the first period. Griffin down the left-hand side goes wide. Smith gets a stick in on it, and Carlon was just pushed slightly into the goal, which is off his moorings. Another tweet. James Abbott, hello to you. Number 88 is Jonathan Kirk, just not wearing his usual number 19. Watching from Hull with Whitey25, hoping for the points to come up north. Thank you for that, James. Wasn't even anything on the game sheet to say that that had been changed. So I don't know whether they've changed the electronic game sheet afterwards. Certainly not when I was down there. So thank you for that. Possession with Hull now. Chamberlain just touches it in, and will be recovered by Carlon with Norris in close attendance once more. Ferguson. Just tries to dink that puck in, and Carlon couldn't quite see where that was, but Ferguson with great little follow-up that time round, and good possession play that time. Chilcott gives it back to Hewitt. Hewitt's such a central figure on and off the ice for Hull, of course. Archie just tries to drop it slightly, and Kana gets his shoulder in there once more. Just under 3 minutes to go now in this first period. Kana, right hand side, just rides the challenge and rides the second challenge. Kirk with the backhand just to try and clear. He was picked out by Tanaka that time. And offside. And that'll be a face-off in the neutral zone just underneath, or just in front of the Hull penalty box. Phillips just drops it down left-hand side, and Kirkadis will pick it up. Towner, right-hand side. Cowley with a stick in this time round. Penalty coming on the play. And it'll be against Lightning. It looks like Lightning will finish the period short-handed. Good save down low by Lauday on his near side. Snaka takes a tumble. And that's a holding call. And more words being said on Tanaka. Archer on Tanaka this time round. Can't help but feel there's a bit of history between those two. And it's Lewis Christie who'll go to the bench. And he'll sit 2 for holding. So it's Hull who will now go on the power play. Less than 2 minutes to go in this first period. 1 apiece. Hewitt with the first goal for Hull. Ferguson with the leveller for Lightning. New words coming from, there's Clifford on the bench now. Lightning have got to keep their heads. Let's go! All the way through from Hewitt. Lauday didn't see any of that. It's a power play goal. That'll put Hull 2-1 up. Well worked goal that time round. It's all about getting traffic in front of the netminder. Hewitt picks it up, just lets it go all the way through. Hull take the lead on the power play. 1:42 to go in this first period. Kovar and Huey down for the face-off, and for some reason Huey didn't even look to win that face-off. He was chatting to the official, but Griffin now. A minute and a half to go. Stewart picks it up down low, goes for a bit of escape. Gives it over to the right-hand side of Jameson. Kovar goes back post. Jameson can't get it through. Lots of green shirts there around this time round, and good work by Bobby Chamberlain this time. Norris, left-hand side. Chamberlain can't control it. Puck bobbles up, goes up in the air, and the man on hand to pick it up is Hewitt once again. Chilcott just tries to get it down low, and Griffin will chase that down into the corners. We go into the last minute of this first period. Stewart, no traffic in front for him at all, nowhere to make that pass. Towner and Chamberlain providing great closing down job that time round. Kana picks it up on the blue line, goes down under a challenge that time round. 6.5 dozen on that. 40 seconds. Stokes. Tanaka just with his arm out, just looking to settle things down. Green looking to move things along now for Lightning. Diagonal pass to Cowley. Cowley just slightly miscontrols it and just dumps it down into the corner. Tanaka will go and chase that down. Good work this time from Tanaka against Kirk. Breaks to the left-hand side now. Good opportunity there. That was Lee Bonner that time round. 3 seconds to go. Penalty coming on the play again. There's Archer and Tanaka again. And once again, Grant McPherson in there, and this is going to go on all night. We've got less than a second to go. Another penalty on the play, and it's James Archer. And shouts coming from the crowd. Tanaka getting in the face of some of these players. More and more chirping going on between the benches. Well, there'll be a bit of a discussion about this again. Well, settle yourself in, folks. This could be quite a long night. We're only at the end of the first period. So Chilcott and McPherson talking to referee Stephen Matthews. Yeah, Hull doing exactly what they would do on the road and just getting into Lightning's faces and just upsetting the home side a little bit. It looks like it's going to be a, well, I'm hearing words from the bench that said, I think it's going to might be a 2+10. Not entirely sure. But it is on James Archer. So we will go, well, 0.9 of a second, we'll drop the puck, the buzzer will go, and we'll all go in for tea and cake. There we go, the buzzer goes. And at the end of the first period, which has been a little bit disjointed, it's Milton Keynes Lightning 1, Hull Pirates 2. Interesting conversation going on down there. James Archer and Tom Carlon, who know each other very, very well, of course. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in this this period as we get ready to get going. Got 1:59 to go on the penalty, so it'll be 5-on-4 Lightning on the power play. We'll wait to get the penalty call as Carlon just goes for a bit of a skate. So confirmation, James Archer receives 2 minutes for cross-checking and a 10-minute misconduct. And there seems to be the game plan for Hull tonight, that to get under the skin of, or try and get under the skin of Kel Tanaka. Stewart gives it back to Cowley just in front of the blue line. Cowley traffic through the middle and that just got through! And it was Tom Carlon that got a touch. Just took the eyes away of Ash Smith. That's a power play goal, of course. And that pulls Lightning level at 2 apiece. Instantly back. Yeah, it just bobbled up. Well, Kana was celebrating it. I'm pretty sure Tom Carlon got the touch. Well, in fact, I'm pretty sure. Now, I'm not sure at all, having seen the replay. We'll wait for the see who it gets awarded to. So it's all level. It is actually awarded to Tom Carlon. A power play goal, of course, that puts Hull back to full strength. As Christie goes chasing the puck all the way down the far end, and he's pursued by James Archer. Shot comes in just into the leg of Kovart from Jonathan Kirk, who was arriving late, and possession with the Pirates right now. Puck goes all the way around and just finds a stick this time round of Hewitt. Doesn't it? Oh, almost an absolutely fantastic goal. And Lauday just managed, I have no idea how Jordan Lauday got a skate to that. In fact, he got a left pad across to that. We'll have that on replay in just a second, because that was a brilliant save and it just looked completely innocuous. Cowley just digs it around and Tanaka will go for a skate. Right hand side in front of his own bench now. Lining, drawing back level instantly. Hole looking to clear into the backside of Cowley. Tanaka will pick it up, gives it to Ben Russell. Ben Russell looks to get things moving now, gives it to Garner in the centre. Garner just circles around. He got support from Ross Green if he needs him. Push it along the boards and Smith will get there first. Tanaka arrived there pretty quick. Russell, traffic just in front of Smith. Garner got the touch. Just took it slightly wide on that occasion though. Good start to this period from Lightning. Cowley with the shot. Straight into the whole stick. Good recovery back from Green. Good attacking play this from Hull though. Good possession play. Over on the boards. Bonner it is, just providing support, and I think it was him that made the initial save from that shot just a minute ago. Good possession play again. Bonner just shoved off the puck and there's a penalty coming on the play. Straight away and the referee's arm went up and that's a holding call on that occasion. Let's have a quick replay of the save if we've got it. It just looked like the puck was just fired across and it came off and got a deflection and it comes across, it's just fired in. That's a brilliant save. Lauday down to his left hand side. Because he wasn't travelling in any way, shape or form. Ross Green now for Lightning, who will sit 2 minutes for holding. 17:22 to go in the period. 2 apiece. Penalty confirmed as 2 minutes for holding, and here come Hull again. Another shot goes in, just goes high into the right hand side, this time round over Lauday. Kirk will go all the way back and recover that off the stick of Smith. Hewitt circling, as is Norris. Chamberlain picks it up on the blue line. Now the support arrives. Hewitt just drops it into Norris. Norris, great first touch, and it was in fact a great first pass by Hewitt. Norris just drops it down low. Bonner it is providing the support. Chamberlain with the shot. Just goes wide that time round and Lauday just gets enough on it. Norris now steps away from Kovar. Chamberlain again just tries to go near side. Picks up the rebound on that occasion. Norris again. Hewitt circling round on the blue line this time in a bit of space. Chamberlain providing traffic in front of Norris and Bonner dropping down low. Chamberlain again with the shot, goes wide. Hewitt will go and recover that this time round. 45 seconds to go on the penalty kill for Lightning. Not a tip in! And Hull restore the lead. Went all the way through. And it's Lee Bonner that gets the go-ahead goal. It's a power play goal, of course. 16:03 to go. Well worked goal that time round by Hull. It was Chamberlain the turn provider that time round. So Lightning coming from behind again. They're back to full strength, of course. And this game has got those little mirror images of this game early December, when it was literally goal for goal here at the Milton Keynes Arena. Let's go Lightning chants start around the arena. Puck just trapped up on the boards. Bonner again. Picks it up again this time. Another shot comes in. Lauday with the save that time round. Good effort that time round from Lauday. He's having a good game so far, Jordan Lauday. Tanaka just steps away from the challenge of Phillips. Can't quite keep it on his stick on that occasion. Bonner just drops it inside. Fisher there lending support. Another shot comes in, and that time round you hear the ring of the pipe work as Lauday got something on it. We'll have a face-off over to the left-hand side of the Lightning goal, occupied tonight by Jordan Lauday, of course. in again. This time goes into the stick and another shot comes in. It was McPherson that time, couldn't quite get the pass away to Carlon. He'll give chase with Chilcott now. Ferguson providing cover as well. And this time round Ferguson gets something on it, but Chamberlain down there to dispossess him. Comes all the way around to the blue line. McPherson lets it go. Carlon circling round just in front of the net. Lightning fans looking for a penalty call on that occasion. They're not going to get it. McPherson now out front. Just in front. Grant McPherson levels it up at 3 apiece. 14:42 to go in the second period. Good work that by Lightning. Never gave up on the boards. Puck was just freed up. McPherson circling down low. Puck bobbles to him, takes it out front. Goes 5-hole backhand on Ash Smith. 3 apiece. And if you're watching the game here on the 8th of December, you'll be forgiven for having just a little bit of deja vu. Face off won that time by Lightning. Christie gives it to Green, spreads it over to the left-hand side. Stewart just sees it come off his stick. Had a bit of a quiet game tonight so far by his standards, Liam Stewart. Bobbles out front straight away. Liam Stewart takes the lead. 4-3 Lightning. Within a few seconds. Up pops Liam Stewart. Puck takes a bobble, bobbles out front. Thanks very much. Happy New Year. 4-3 Lightning. Tanaka, this time round gives it to Green, left-hand side again. Puck goes all the way around. Carner will get something on it, but this time round he's got 2 green shirts there. Dumped down into the corner and Cowley arrives there. Good clearance that time by Hull. Straight away they free up space and it's in the form of Fisher, who just pushes it around the boards. Carner will try and get there first and Lightning clear their zone. Too many men call waved off. And that was a good call by Stephen Matthews there. Although the boos ring out, and I'd imagine a lot of people couldn't even see the man on the ice, Stephen Matthews straight away washing it out instantly and explaining why. Cowley tries to drop it in the middle. Russell comes off the bench and can't quite pick it up before he makes it out the zone. Tanaka, Koval, straight over the far side, and straight away! Tanaka makes it 5-3! What a brilliantly worked goal! And that was almost leisurely for Cal Tanaka. Straight away through, Tanaka gives it to Kovar, fires it across the other side. Cowley to Tanaka, who cannot believe how much time he had on the puck then. And Hull, unsurprisingly, Jason Hewitt calls a timeout. And once again, the Let's Go Lightning chants ring out again. So, timeout called by Hull. Well, here's the thing. James Archer taking a 2+10 at the end of the first period. Has that cost them? Because you're always going to miss people like James Archer on the ice. And they haven't got the longest bench, Hull, as it stands at the moment. Stokes just dumps it down. Kirk gets something on it, but this time round, Stubley will pick that up as is pursued by Kovar. And puck rides up, and I think he just caught Liam Stewart in the face. Kovar again. Just dumps it down. Stewart's not there on this occasion, but Hewitt was. Stokes tries to pick up the loose pass this time round, and Hewitt will pick it up in front of his own bench. Jameson comes in for a hit, and there's a penalty coming on that play. Hewitt went to ground, and Jameson called straight away. Smith comes to the bench in favour of the extra skater. And that's a tripping call on Lee Jameson. I don't think he's got too much to complain about there. There'll be a face off to the right hand side, so Hull will go on the power play once again. Broken away that time by Cowley. Great work by the Lightning captain, trying to clear his zone, but it's pushed back into the corner by Chamberlain. Hewitt now will pick it up on the blue line, drop it back to Norris. What can Hull get going now? Another opportunity. Great double save by Jordan Lauday. And Garner will just calmly bring it down, and he'll go for a skate down into the corner, and it'll be Hewitt against Garner, and Garner puts a hit on Hewitt. Norris goes after Garner, and there was absolutely nothing wrong with the hit. Hewitt's helmet comes off, shoulder on shoulder, absolutely nothing wrong with that hit at all. I think we can have another quick look at that. They both knew each other was there. As you can see, yep, absolutely nothing wrong with that. And, well, be a face-off down to the left-hand side of the Lightning goal again. I thought for a second that Norris was going to go after Garner, but obviously thought better of it. And there was no need to be fair. It was a 50-50 challenge. And Jason Hewitt will know that. He's been around the game long enough, and he's been an absolute brilliant servant to the game. He still is so good for Hull, and still very, very highly rated as one of the better coaches in the league. And officials just signalling to Jason Hewitt that because his helmet came off, he needs to go to the bench and have that sorted. Face off to the left-hand side now. Hull on the power play, of course. McPherson down for the face-off, and this time up against Kevin Phillips. Phillips it is who managed to get it clear, and Hull will make a break now from behind their own goal. Kirk, straight through space, gives it to Norris. Norris picks it up just on the slot. He'll drop it back to Phillips, and Kirk will go onto the blue line. Norris now looking to get some traffic, but puts it into the leg pads of Lewis Christie. McPherson shepherding Kirk and just managing to clear the zone. Good work by Grant McPherson there. 11:40 to go in this period. 55 seconds remaining on the Hull power play. Good work again by Lightning to kill that breakaway. Chamberlain now. What can they get going? Hewitt back off the bench. Norris is circling, getting a lot of time on the ice. Norris picks it up again. Hewitt, shot comes in, and Lauday covers that. Takes it in his glove. And that'll be another face-off with 31 seconds of the Hull power play to go. Another quick tweet. Tommy Taylor, hello to you, watching from Hull, waiting the boys to bring it home. Big hello to Liam and Ocko. Hello to you guys. Thanks for your tweet, Tommy. Back down for the face-off. Kovar wins it again, gives it to Ross Green. That time round is missed on the blue line. Hull will go all the way back with less than 30 seconds remaining. 20 seconds, in fact, of their power play. Still time for them to do something. Hewitt gives it over to the right-hand side. Chamberlain now circles inside, and Norris switches sides, and he'll pick up the pass as Chamberlain goes to provide traffic in front of the goal. Lauday just cuts it out this time and covers up with 6 seconds remaining of the power play for Hull. Another face-off to the left-hand side. We're almost halfway through this game now. 10:51 to go in the second. Kovar again. Stewart gets a stick in this time round. Just manages to clear the zone, and Lightning go back to full strength as Jameson comes straight out of the box. Green picks it up and just drops it to his defensive partner, Ben Russell this time. Jameson picks it up on the left-hand side, sends Stewart away. Puck comes off the stick and goes into the corner. Kovar arriving timely. Another shot comes in, finds his way through traffic again, and Stewart that time round couldn't quite get it on his backhand. Kovar again, great play. Interaction between him and Jameson. Griffin. Shot bobbles up again. Smith couldn't cover it over this time round. Kovar will go for a bit of a skate again. Good possession play again. Jameson goes backhand to Kovar this time round. Stewart circling just around the high slot. Another shot comes in. Good pad save by Smith. Jameson again. Dispossessed this time round and Hull managed to clear. Goes all the way back to Lauday. Now Lightning have an opportunity. Jameson tries to pick it up. Left-hand side. Just gets tangled up at his stick. Stewart goes to help out and now goes for a bit of escape with Kovar on his left-hand side. Liam Stewart now drops it nicely to Griffin. Over to left-hand side. It goes wide. Hull now break. Norris, right-hand side. Got Chamberlain for support. Gives it back to Norris. Or Hewitt on this occasion, right round the boards. Here a bit of traffic in front and Lauday once again takes it in his gloves as Bobby Chamberlain just has a bit of a word with the officials. 9:19 to go in the second period. Christine Lang, hello to you. Awesome game. Let's go Lightning. Looking forward to wearing my Lightning coat I got for Christmas. There you go. First Christmas present. Hello to you, Christine. I've got a brilliant Christmas. They're warm, those jackets. I can vouch for that. Hewitt and Tanaka down for the face-off. Hewitt wins it on that occasion. Shot comes in. Great save, Lauday. Russell just manages to go backhand and get the clearance. Carlon now tries to go diagonally to Kana, but it was cut out on that occasion by Chamberlain. Covered a lot of ice tonight so far, Bobby Chamberlain. Said it before, Milton Keynes fans know him well, of course, from his time in a Milton Keynes shirt. Hewitt. Chamberlain again. Just drops it round. Time round just gets tangled up the official skate. Kana just rides out the challenge. Goes near post. Lauday down there. This time round he'll cover up. And variable scramble just around the net. 8:40 to go in the second. Four goals in this second period so far for Lightning. Quick fire goals as well. Kovar and Hewitt down for the face-off. Green just pushes it on the boards and bobbles round to Logan Prince, getting some ice time now. Kovar, left-hand side. He's got Barnes Garner for support. He's not going to be able to get the puck to him on this occasion. Lightning with some defensive work to do now. Lewis Clifford just changed his lines up just a little bit, and once again the shot comes in and Lauday snaffles that up, and I couldn't see which player that was, went down heavy on the boards there. I've got a feeling that's Barnes Garner. No, Barnes Garner stood up. We'll just wait to see who that is. Couldn't see exactly what happened. It was just an awkward fall into the bench, into the boards. Certainly the officials having a word, and I don't think there's going to be anything to call. James Griffin. James Griffin who's up. I'm not entirely sure that I don't know what he's putting himself on the way down. He'll get treated on the bench. It looks like he's going to be okay. Possession with Hull now. Shot comes in, just hits a bunch of players in the middle. Ferguson just tries to feed up Carlon. Carlon didn't know it was coming. And Russell will just push that down the boards. They'll be chased down once again by Ferguson, but it's Chalmers who got there first, and that'll be a face-off now to the left-hand side of the Hull goal of Ash Smith. 5-3 to score. Milton Keynes Lightning 5, Hull Pirates 3. 7:58 remaining in the second period. Shot comes in from Carlon that time round, into traffic again. And Hull almost break again, but good work by Ferguson. McPherson down in front of his own bench, challenged by Chalmers. Good possession that time round, McPherson. All the way back, and Green will give it to Russell. Bounces it off the boards again, and Chalmers is the one that picks it up on that occasion. Green is across, picking up the loose pass. Archer's now back out of the bench, having sat his 10. Carlon, left-hand side. Looking to make something happen in front of Ash Smith, and Smith it is who covers up on that occasion. 7:21 to go. Hugh Bennett, hello to you. Enjoying the stream tonight in our PJ's, glass of wine and planning for Vegas. Yeah, we need to talk about that, Hugh. Seeing as we're going at the same time. Didn't want to mention it. 7:21 to go. 19th to 25th, just saying. 2 Vegas games. Tanaka down, left-hand side now. Just loses possession to Kirk. Did well to push that back around the boards, and the team in green it is that come away with it, and Chamberlain dispossessed again. Kirk it is who picks up the loose puck this time. Norris will fire that diagonally, and Chamberlain will give chase down into the corner. Garner going in with him as well. Norris picks up the return. Hewitt goes to the back post. Chamberlain out front, goes backhand, gives it to Kirk. Kirk with the shot, and Lauday once again covers up. A bit more pushing and shoving in front of the goal. Why wouldn't there be? 6:43 to go. Another penalty coming on the plate. Bobby Chamberlain. It's a roughing call again. And Hull falling foul of a little bit of retaliation in this period, which is what they were trying to get Lightning to do in the first, I think. They'll be Lightning on the power play once again. Confirmation, Bobby Chamberlain sits 2 minutes for roughing. Face off one that time round. Jameson picks it up. Gives it to Tanaka. Kovar. To Ferguson this time round. Jameson through traffic. Goes high. Picks it up. And it's Harry Ferguson again. Harry Ferguson picks up his second goal of the game. 4 games, 6 goals, and a couple of assists as well. It's 6-3 Lightning. It's a power play goal, of course. That'll put Hull back to full strength. 6:25 to go in the second. I don't know what Harry Ferguson got just before Christmas or for Christmas, but he just can't stop racking up the points. Kovar down with Kirk. Good work by Kirk down in the corner, but Kovar comes away with it in the end. Stewart just comes away from him. Christie just fires it onto the boards. Jameson, Kovar in front, Stewart in the high slot. Stewart with a shot, and good save Smith. Had to be aware of it. .6:02 remaining in the second period now. Lightning 6, Pirates 3. Kovar down for the face-off this time round. Up against Jason Hewitt. Just gets away that time, and Stokes did well to get a skate on that. Jameson just dumps it in. Kovar now picks it up, goes for offside. That's another goal! And that time round is Liam Stewart again. Ash Smith stays down, the goal is signalled good. 5:48 to go. And Ash Smith has stayed down. Nobody appears to be treating Ash Smith, and that's a bit unfortunate because Ash Smith has stayed down. I don't think there was any afters. And the whole physio just making his way out, as is the lining physio as well, just to tend to the whole netminder. .548 to go. Lining 7, hole 3. The officials just having a chat about it. They've given the goal as good, as far as I can see. The officials were on the spot. Now, whether or not there was a high stick in there, I can't see what the signal is between the officials and Ross Cowley, the Lightning captain. But Ash Smith has stayed down. Not a great deal of movement at the moment, but I think that's just precautionary. So fingers crossed that Ash Smith is okay. I've got a feeling they've washed the goal out. I think they may have washed the goal out. Yeah, they have. And I'm really sorry, but there's a player being treated on the ice, and no matter what the opinion, there are people booing in the crowd. And that, to me, is pretty rubbish. When people start doing that, there is a distinct lack of respect. Let them treat the player. People still shouting at the officials when a player is down being treated. So there's a penalty coming on the play, and all people are worried about is the fact that there's a penalty on the play. So Ash Smith now being treated and being brought off the ice. A round of applause. And I've got to say, from a section of the Milton Keynes crowd tonight, whilst Ash Smith was being treated, all I heard was boos going at the referees and people shouting at the referees with no respect to the injured player at all. And that, to me, is pretty disgusting. I may be speaking out of turn, but to me, that's what you don't do in this sport. So Ash Smith is off. He's now replaced by Stephen Hudson. So face off to the left-hand side. There is a penalty on Liam Stewart. So opportunity now maybe for Hull. So Liam Stewart has called 2 minutes for netminder interference. And the boos ring around, as they would do. Norris with the shot, just goes high out on that occasion, goes into the plexi. 5:22 remain in the second. .134 remain on the Lightning power play. Kovar now down for the face-off against Chamberlain. And it's Kovar that wins it and fires it all the way down the far end of the ice. Remains 6-3 to Lightning. That 7th goal washed out, of course. Opportunity now. Hewitt skates into space. Norris support. Chamberlain drops down deep. Norris waits just in front of the blue line, switches sides. Kirk gives it back to Hewitt. Kirk with the shot into the legs of Tanaka. Norris now just drops it down, just misses the opportunity with the pass. Under a minute to go on the Lightning penalty kill now. Good work by Hull again. They just keep going. Drop down low again. That time round, it couldn't quite get it off the boards. Norris again. Kirk back to Norris. Traffic in front of Lauday again. Lauday down low, just on his near post. 30 seconds to go on the penalty. Another penalty called. And that's a high stick call on Lee Jameson. And for me, this is the embarrassing bit. So it'll be 5-on-3. Face off to the right-hand side of the goal. Good play that time by Kana. Hewitt. Not a shot comes in. Lauday smothers again. Good save by Lauday that time round. 4:04 remaining in the second. Face off again to the right hand side. 16 seconds remaining on the first penalty on Liam Stewart. 1:41 remain on the second penalty. Hewitt giving chase now. Cowley in close attendance. Gives it to Kirk. Lightning have one player return to the ice. Kirk to Norris. Opportunity now for in front, just in front of Lauday. Chamberlain that time round. Couldn't quite get it on target. Hewitt. Traffic in front, good work by Kana again. Here comes Liam Stewart, sets off Kana. Two players in chase with Kana, gets a shot through! Thomas Kana, short-handed goal! Chamberlain smashes his stick against the bench. Lightning 7, Hull 3, a short-handed goal. Kovar wins the face-off, 3:20 to go. A minute left on the power play for Hull. Kovar gets it back from McPherson. Offside on Hull. We'll face off in the neutral zone this time round. 3:08 remaining in the second period. Chalmers. Shot goes into the back of Ben Russell. Kovar just passes it down into the corner. Opportunity now for Hull down on the neutral zone. Good backhand by Kovar just to dispossess Hull there. Archer pushes it down into the corner. Towner. Archer again. 5 seconds and Lightning will go back to full strength. Phillips. Good work that time by McPherson again. Not a cool trip in there. McPherson just tripped over the stick and the boos ring out again. Same old people. Green. Opportunity for Green and shot into Ash Smith and he covers that up this time round. 2:03 remaining. Cowley this time down with Hewitt for the face-off, right hand side of the Hull goal, just underneath the travelling Hull support. Few of them made the journey down today, which is great to see, especially considering the M1 was a little bit snarled up earlier, so I gather. Was pushed behind the goal and Norris will pick it up. It runs into the big frame of Lewis Christie and does the same again in front of the Lightning bench. Great turn that time round by Chamberlain. Got himself a new stick, having smashed it the other one when Lightning scored their 7th goal. Coming up to the 1:30 mark remaining in the second period. Tanaka goes in and Chamberlain will pick it up once again as Lightning clear their zone. Chamberlain this time round picks up the return, goes down deep, fires it across the goal. Norris picks up the resulting pass off the boards this time. Goes all the way back. That time round it was Chilcott. Offside, Norris couldn't quite keep his skate on the ice to evade the offside call. 1:11 to go in this second period. Kirk now just dumps it down onto the stick of Carlon. Ferguson will pick it up. Gives it back to Carlon. McPherson circling in the middle. Picks up the pass, but Kirk was there. Johnny on the spot to cut out that pass that time. Archie just dumps it round. And this time round, it was Towner that picked it up this time. McPherson will get tangled up with Kirk. Ferguson got Carlon to his left-hand side and puck ricochets up into the netting. 39 seconds to go in the second period. That just escapes the long pass there. It was Archer couldn't quite get a stick on it that time round. They're not giving up this whole side. Kovar can't quite do anything with it that time round. Go into the corner. Goes down under the challenge, picks himself back up again. Good possession play again. Stewart can't get a stick on it this time. Comes out to Phillips. And it'll be Ross Green who goes to recover that this time, and Lauday gets his stick on it first into the last 5 seconds. And the buzzer will go at the end of the period, and it's a complete turnaround at that second 20-minute spell. Milton Keynes Lightning 7, Hull Pirates 3, and Hewitt going for Carter now. And now it's all kicking off, and there's no need for this. I've got a feeling that Hewitt went for Carter. Archer again going in, and we get messy in this third period. An opportunity for you to go and grab some refreshments as the two teams go into their respective locker rooms. I'd say come back in 15 minutes time, because this final 20 minutes looks like it's going to be a little bit spicy, and we'll see you in a bit. I think we've got time for one quick tweet before we start. Thank you for the tweets, by the way, that sent in. I will apologise for my little rant before the end of the period, but I do think it's out of order when we start berating referees when we're still treating players injured. Speaking of which, Rowe says, come on Pirates, so horrible to see Ash injured. Now, we don't have an update on Ash Smith. You will have seen him go off the ice being tended. The paramedics have tended to him as well, so I don't know whether it's a case we might be paying a visit to hospital or anything like that. I mean, it was an unintentional challenge. Liam Stewart was called for goalkeeper interference. You could see it on the replays that it was a bit of a coming together. It wasn't anything unintentional, but fingers crossed that's not a serious injury to Ash Smith, because that's the last thing we want to see. And once again, I'll apologise for my little rant near the end of the period, but I do not want to see in our sport behaviour like that coming in from the crowd when the player's being injured. I think we should just respect the fact the player's been injured, and we just get on with it, and we just allow the medics to treat the player. So here we go, third and final period underway. You will have seen it got a bit spicy in the last few seconds of the last period, and Cowley just has a puck taken out of the air by Norris, and almost a opportunity there, and Jason Hewitt just confirmed as having 2 minutes for slashing right at the very end of that final period. So once again, Lightning will go on the power play, 7-3 the score. Been a good night for Lightning. Once again started a little bit slowly, but that's what they did just the other night in Peterborough. Carlon goes across the ice and just takes a bobble, takes it away from the stick of Liam Stewart. Up behind the goal with Cowley. A minute to go of the power play. Cowley again goes diagonal this time. Ferguson just in front of the whole bench, just gets away from Chilcott. Push it down into the corner, and Kirk is there to try and police it out this time round. Griffin arrives late, picks up the puck, gives it to Ferguson. Tanaka now goes for a bit of escape behind the goal, just drops it down to Griffin. Good work this by Lightning. McPherson waits just in the high slot, just waiting for that pass. Griffin cross ice to Kovar. Griffin again. Tanaka waits on the far side, stick in the air. Fans on that just a little bit, and it just frees up Chamberlain to go for a bit of escape. 20 seconds to go on the Lightning power play. Lorde just parries that one away. Good effort that from Bobby Chamberlain. And a good turn from Ferguson there. Just tries to pick up the reverse from McPherson. Just dumps it down the boards. Just evades the hit from Phillips, and Hull will go back to full strength as player coach Jason Hewitt rejoins the ice and straight into the action, gets his stick down straight away. Chamberlain, offside call. 17:51 to go. Face off in the neutral zone. They're now looking to try and get something building. Still a lot of time to go in this game. You know just how quickly games can turn. Norris, right hand side, just dumps it down. Green will get there first. Christie just lets it go past, and Chamberlain almost got it on his stick, but in the end it came to Barnes-Garner, back after a couple of games out through injury. Garner goes across to Cowley on the left hand side. Can't get anything on it on that occasion, the Lightning captain, and Hull look to clear again. Chamberlain looking to skate into space. Kovar comes off the bench, tries to get his stick in. Hewitt now. Norris is there as well. Hewitt goes across goal, but a little bit too advanced for Norris, and Norris now drops down to the blue line. Chilcott. Cowley gets his stick in there, and Chamberlain just turns away from the challenge that time round. Chamberlain just brings it out front, can't go backhand on Lorde. Two players tangled up over the back. Norris swaps sides, gives it back to Hewitt. Chilcott, traffic in front of Lorde, lost sight of that then, and there was Norris ghosted in on the back post and just managed to get something on that, not enough to redirect it goalwards though, and Cowley goes backhand on the goal, excuse me. Barnes Garner back onto the bench. Stewart and Jameson now on the ice alongside Robin Kovar. Ross Green and Jordan Stokes providing the defensive element on this line. Kovar, right hand side. Stewart goes down into the centre. Kovar just drops it down. Jameson just gets a bit of room out the back, loses a skate and, well, loses an edge, beg your pardon, and couldn't quite control it, but almost gets it goalward while sat on his backside. Opportunity now from the left hand side now. Phillips. Shot comes in, goes into the back of Ben Russell. Good defensive work there from Archer that time round. He's had an active game this time. Stokes manages to cut the pass out this time. Somebody coming behind him that time. It was in the shape of James Archer. Stokes will go for a bit of a skate. He's got McPherson for support. Kirk forces him out wide. Stokes will keep going. Drops it down to the blue line. Ferguson. Carlon almost got a stick on that. Russell following up. Carlon just takes it into the corner. Just tries to drop it out front. Just bobbles up. McPherson lending puck support. Carlon couldn't quite throw it out front that time round. Good effort that from Griffin. Russell with the shot. Goes wide. Picked up this time round by Archer again. Griffin just dinks it back in, and as Hewitt just bumps him. Hewitt now into the attacking zone. Looking to get something going. Rides out the challenge from Carlon. And it's 2-on-1 in the corner there. Good skating by Ben Russell. Carlon couldn't quite get himself free that time round. Stobley jumps it down. Griffin will go and chase, and Stobley will go and make chase with him. Backhands to Ferguson. Ferguson now just dinks it down behind the goal, and he'll be chased down this time by Towner. Cowley just manages to keep possession as Griffin goes in as well. Two green shirts shadowing him that time round. Comes off the stick of Kana that time round. And Tanaka goes in for the challenge. Two green shirts, two black shirts in there this time round. Cowley goes backhand to Christie, receives the return pass, the one-time return pass. Christie now goes for the shot, goes down low, right pad save. Hudson it was with the pad save that time round. Force change in the whole net, of course, after an injury to Ash Smith, and we hope he's going to be okay. Bit of a tangle in front of the goal there. Cowley smacks it off the boards, backhand. Hewitt. Christie there, he just gets a skate and a stick in there. Kovar. Good effort from the lining import. Stewart just shepherding the puck down into the corner. No support there this time round, though Jameson arrives late. They will pick it up. Kovar just drops down into the centre. Two Hull players take a tumble. And this time round it's the ever-industrious Bobby Chamberlain. Norris can't quite free his compadre this time round. Kovar with an opportunity now. Kovar goes backhand! Kovar makes it 8-3 Lightning! Picks up the puck on the right-hand side. Great pass. Gives Hudson in the whole goal. Not much opportunity to save that one. Great little backhand pass by Jameson. Forehand, backhand. Thank you very much. 13:05 remaining. 8-3 Lightning. Green. Diagonal pass over to Ferguson that time. Nothing going to be called. Decent hit. Puck just bobbles up in front of the lower bench. Towner now. Got Green for company. Towner skating at speed. Just trying to make something happen now. Just goes backhand on himself, and Chamberlain will be in there with Ferguson. Chamberlain comes away with it again. Tries backhand near side post. And now Carlon will go for a skate. He's got Ferguson for support if he needs him, and McPherson dropping down there as well. Ferguson can't quite get anything on it on that occasion. And it was Fisher who was there providing the defensive element. Norris now. Good work that time round by Green. Picks up the return that time as well. Just dispossesses Norris, and Norris and Green again fight down in front of the balls. Tanaka down there with Stubley as well. Archer dropping his gloves with Tanaka, and that was, well, he's offered him to go, and he was never going to go with him, and now he's punching him whilst he's down. Now, James Archer's been looking for that all game. And he and Tanaka will go and take a seat. And the crowd shouting off. He's not going to go off. But I'm not entirely sure that Tanaka was entirely willing for that. Now Connor and Hewitt having words as well. And this is why we've got to be really, really careful, because they've already been going for it at the end of the second period. Connor needs to keep himself out of trouble. Hewitt knows he can get at him. So, incidental penalties by the look of it. Maloney just got to stay out the rough stuff. 8-3 ahead, they don't need to get involved. Let Hull do their own thing. Hull now. Chamberlain just fires it back round. Norris wins it from Ben Russell on that occasion. Norris just involved in the tussle, comes away with the puck. Good effort from Ben Russell. Stubley fires it into the stick of Cowley. 3-on-2 break now. Cowley. Barnes Garner is the additional player up there. Cowley just rides away from the challenger Stubley. Barnes Garner with the puck trapped down with Hewitt patrolling. And Hewitt and Garner still going at it. Puck bobbles out. And this time round it finds the stick of Stokes. Had a good game tonight, Jordan Stokes. Jameson gives it to Kovar. Diagonal pass. Shot comes in, and Hudson, who was about to evade it on that occasion. 10:39 remaining in this third and final period. 8-3 to score to Lightning. Face off in the neutral zone. Stokes just fires it round the boards. Jameson is there, gives it to Kovar, picks it up. Just so good in possession, Robin Kovar. Good save there by Hudson. Digging round the boards again. Jameson again, this time round he'll find the stick of Jamie Chilcott. Over on the left-hand side now. Just switching into the middle. All having to go backwards, they were going to be offside. Towner can't quite get anything on it. Stewart. Well, sorry, beg your pardon, that was Fisher. And Stewart it is that comes away with the puck this time. He'll go for a bit of a skate as well. Now, if he turns the afterburners on, he's gone. He drops it in and he'll go for a change. Carl McPherson and Ferguson on the ice. Great play by McPherson. Hewitt in there. Ferguson with the hit on Hewitt. Chamberlain now. Got Stubley for support if he needs him. Green and Green and Chamberlain got tangled up, beg your pardon. Almost lost my words there. Green comes away with it this time round. Fires it round the boards. Carlin will get there first this time. Kirk. Norris just picks it off with his skate and goes for a skate. 2 black shirts for support, for defence there. Chamberlain now. Phillips waits on the blue line, receives the pass. Just lets a wrist shot go. Norris tries to bring it around one side, then the other, drops it in front. And Lauday will cover that one up. 8:50 to go. Face off now to the right hand side. Good defensive work that time round. Lauday covers up again, just parries that one away. Now Lightning come away again. Prince on the ice with Stokes. Stokes just rise the challenge. Prince down on the boards, picks up the return. Tries to dink it out in front. Kana it was out in front that time round and just moves away from a couple of hits. Bit more pushing and shoving. 8:31 to go in the final period. Just heads up for any Lightning fans watching, don't forget next Saturday night we're back here again, 7 o'clock face-off here at the Milton Keynes Arena. And the visitors next week once again are Sheffield Steel Dogs. Face-off now into the neutral zone in front of the Hull bench. Towner and Cowley down for it this time round. Won by Cowley, fired around the boards by Russell and dropped down deep, picked up by Chilcott. Picks up the return. Left hand side now for Hull. Cut out that time round. Cowley gets away from the challenge, did well there. And Kana's gone for someone there. And, well, not the best trade ever. Kana. He went for Sam Towner after Towner looked like he tried to put a knee on Cowley. Nothing called by the officials on that occasion. But Thomas Kana now will sit for 2 minutes. 8:13 to go. And this is where Lightning have to be really careful. For all intents and purposes, they could see the game out. Although anything can happen in ice hockey, of course. What they don't want to do now is get too many costly penalties. But it's been that kind of game. There's always been this undertone bubbling under. So it looks like Kana, because he's been called, it's 2 + 10, he's going to have to go. As is Towner by the look of it. And to be fair, well, Towner's gone back to the bench. There was nothing called on the penalty in that case. And to be fair, I think Towner has just apologised to Cowley as he's gone towards the bench. So it will mean, of course, we're going to have a bit of 5-on-4. If I sound unsure about that, it's because I am. I'm waiting for the call that made on Kana. So Kana receives 2 minutes for roughing and 10 minutes misconduct. And puck smothered by Lorde. So it will be 5-on-4. And James Archer is greeted to a volley of boos as he comes out the penalty box. 7:48 remaining. Kirk with a shot. Parried away by Lorde, saw that really late. Great shot by Kirk. It looked like it was going high, but you never know. Hewitt spreads it over to the left-hand side. Norris now. Chamberlain drops in as well. Norris just slightly miscontrols it. Hewitt back to Norris. Kirk waits just down in the space in front of the blue line. Hewitt again. Chamberlain. Now Kirk gets the puck. Gives it to Hewitt. Kirk again. Norris. Kirk again with the shot. Lorde covers that over in his glove this time round. 40 seconds to go on the 2-minute penalty. Good work that from Hull. Chamberlain, can't get anything there, and lines from Rob Puller takes a tumble, has a bit of a giggle to himself. Hewitt now, 30 seconds to go on the power play. Good stick work there by Liam Stewart. A couple of goals for, well, 1 goal for him tonight at least. McPherson gets his stick in. 15 seconds to go. Chamberlain now, left-hand side. Norris is over on the right-hand side. And now Liam Stewart will go. Right-hand side. Got a bit of company, just checks his skate. What can he let go now? Hudson saw that late. You know what was going to happen there. Lining her back to full strength. Prince will go down and follow that in with Towner. Drop down low again from Hull. Good work again by Ross Green. Another one who's had a good game tonight. 5:44 remaining in the third and final period. Phillips now spreads it over to the left-hand side. Archer just puts it into the skate of Green. Lorde just on his near post. Good work. Towner it was who was following up late there. Couldn't get anything on it on that occasion. Dropped out front again. Now Cowley will go. He's got support from Ferguson. Gives you back to Cowley through the centre. Penalty coming on the play. And this time round, it'll be a Lightning power play. It's a hooking call. Good work by Ross Cowley there. And he'll sit 2 minutes for hooking, and that'll be number 56, Tom Stubley. Hewitt and Kovar down for the face-off. Hewitt wins that, just manages to clear the zone. Chamberlain will now go down and chase down the puck with Griffin. And a bit of afters there with Tanaka once again. 5 minutes to go in this third and final period. 8-3 the score. And a good night for Night League fans. It'll be a face-off to the left-hand side. Kovar and Hewitt down for the face-off again. Pushed right away around the boards, and that'll be chased right down into the corner by James Griffin. Let's go Lightning chance ring around now as we've 1:26 to go on the power play for Lightning. Tanaka gives it to Ferguson. Pushed it back round the boards, but it's blocked out this time. And here goes Hewitt again. Norris for support, just drops it in front, and Jason Hewitt gets a goal back on the power play for Hull. 4:28 to go. It's 8-4. Really well worked goal that. They're always going to be dangerous, Hull. Pass out of defence. Norris down on the right-hand side. Hewitt gives it to Norris. Skates hard, straight to net, goes backhand. Gives Lauday no chance at all. 4:28. 8-4. 1 minute 10 to go. Short-handed goal, of course. Cowley. Carlon skating over the right-hand side. Cowley just brings it all the way in just to settle things down a little bit. Stewart now, right-hand side for Lightning. Barnes-Garner providing the traffic in front of the Hull net. Cowley, right-hand side. Stewart waits on the blue line, just drops it down deep. Barnes-Garner just lost sight of that, but he'll dig back for that again, and puck goes all the way down the far end to Jordan Lauday. Coming up to the last 30 seconds of the Lightning power play. Cowley again. Now maybe an opportunity for Lightning to get something going. Carlon. Stewart drops down low. Carlon takes it all the way round. Gets dispossessed and off they go again. Chalmers to Chamberlain. Archer's over there as well, but this time round it's fired into the legs of Cowley. 5 or 6 seconds to go on the power play. Jameson goes high. Good save that time round by Hudson. And Hull go back to full strength with 3:16 to go. Face off now to the right-hand side. First and down for this one. Up against Hewitt. Pushed in on Hudson. Recovered this time round, down low. That man Hewitt again. Spreads it over to the left-hand side. Chamberlain and Norris. The targets this time round, but Hewitt will go and pick that up on the boards. And Lightning look to clear again through Ferguson. Kirk spreads it left again. Gives it to Norris. Space in the centre. Goes through the two defencemen. Penalty coming on the play. And not a great deal they could do there. 2:42 to go. And in goes Ilya Koval just for good measure. Lost an edge as he went in there. It's Lewis Christie who will sit this time. That looks like another hooking penalty. So for 2 minutes, 2:41 to go. There's a power play. The Hull Pirates once more. 8-4 the score to Hull. Hewitt gives it back to Kirk. Skates into the centre. Hewitt picks up the return. Just gets a shot away. Goes high into the right-hand side over the right shoulder of Jordan Lauday. Hooking confirmed on number 66, Lewis Christie. Back to Kirk. A shot comes in. Good save that by Lauday once again. Lightning clear their zone this time round. Norris, right-hand side. Cowley for company. Tanaka was waiting as well. Good work there by Ross Green, but it bounces up into the netting. 2:03 remaining. Another face-off to the left-hand side of the Lightning net. 1:22 to go on the Hull power play. So Lightning with 8 goals at the same time as last time Hull visited. Not quite as close as it was last time, though. MKL Barmy Army starts to ring around the arena. 1:46 remaining. A minute to go on the Hull power play. Can they get anything back now? Archer through the neutral zone. Fisher goes with him. Archer again. Spreads the puck. Chalmers with the shot. Goes high. Sam Towner this time round. Drops it down low. Archer again. Slight miscontrol that time round by Chalmers. Chalmers again picks up the return, not a shot. It's Liam Stewart. Liam Stewart now goes round his man. Now it's one-on-one, he's got Kovar with him. 1:07 to go. Jigs it in! Liam Stewart gives it to Robin Kovar. Milton Keynes Lightning 9. Hull Pirates 4. Short-handed goal with 1:03 to go on the clock. And the minute Liam Stewart picked that up, you knew something was going to happen. He got support from Robin Kovar. Nothing really Hull could do about that. "20 seconds to go on the power play, a minute to go in the game. Hewitt can't quite pick it up on the boards. McPherson will get there. Army keeps ringing around, of course. Green. Stubley picks it up in front of the Lightning bench. 30 seconds to go. Norris now drops it down into the centre. Lorde covers up. Good save from Hewitt that time round. Left pad save on that occasion. Hewitt just fires it across. Just trapped up on the boards. Christie this time. He remains with her in possession of Hull. Penalty coming on the play again. I think it's Ferguson has been penalised this time round. It looked like Ferguson got tangled up with another player, but it's going to be a roughing call on Harry Ferguson. 2.9 seconds to go. And the face-offs to the right-hand side as the noise starts to escalate as we get towards the tail end of this game. Comprehensive win for Lightning, and as the buzzer goes, first home game of the new year and of the new decade, and the form continues for Lightning. The final score, the Smith Recycling Milton Keynes Lightning 9, Hull Pirates 4.